All right, subscribe to the fl0m Clips and Highlights channel. We got a British player at 12. I mean, my initial reaction is I really did think I thought it'd be higher, but I guess it's probably going to be more of this is like a stats type scenario. You know, when I glance at this picture, like I can kind of see why. His stats just aren't sexy, man. They're not. You guys and anybody that watches Pro CS knows how insane he is and would probably eye test put him way higher. Well, and by way higher, I mean, I think most people would put Mezzi top 10. Personally, I mean, let's go through some of his stats real quick. But like personally, for me, I would definitely have Mezzi top 10. He was a top 10 player last year for sure. I think at the end of the day, when it gets to HLTV awards and best players in the world, unfortunately, I think we're starting to hit that break point of like stats versus team play or like team results. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of team results have played a part, but now you get to a certain point where you can only use the team results so far, and then maybe they can almost be detrimental. It's weird how that works, but I do think there's kind of like that break point. I really would have had him higher though, man. I really would have. I would have had him top 10 just on eye test. Like, I don't look at stats like that. I am not a big fan of deep diving stats too hard because I feel like they can paint weird pictures. Do we really need to go through what he did? I mean, shit, bro, look at the Vitality players. Notable team achievements for the Vitality players is fucking crazy, dude. It's just every event. Like, it's just fucking crazy, man. Look at that. First at Cato, Pro League, Lisbon, Melbourne, Rivals, Dallas, Austin, Pro League, again, Budapest. Second at London, Chengdu. Third at Cologne, Bounty, Rivals. Like, dude, fucking Christ, man. Let's see what the cherry pick stats say that are fun. That's an interesting one. Teammates saved per round, 5th. These are like the most wholesome stats you can see. Major rating, he's top 10 player in majors. Grand final, he's 15th in the world. One of the best players to get traded. You love to see that. Dude, whew, look at that. That's actually such a cool double up. 23.7% of his deaths are traded. He's top 10. And then 34.1 of his opening deaths that are traded. What the fuck? So when he dies first, like he's always, that's a high value, dude. Get it? Like, yes, I know he plays on Vitality and he has some of the best players in the world behind him trading him, but like those are, you know, kind of like when I always tell you guys, like if you entry or go in first, or like knowing how to entry and how to get traded is also part of like playing good Counter-Strike. You know what I mean? Super elite rating. Whew. What is super elite rating? I believe that's a rating where they I don't know what the step off is, but like basically I think those are super elite events versus super elite teams, which is like certain tournaments fall in that category and certain ranking of teams I think fall in that category of when they played. And I think if I remember right, the events that they call super, I don't think any of the blast events made it besides, I mean the major did, but like I think it was Cato, Cologne, Budapest, Austin. And then I think they also, I could be wrong, that might be also teams that they play. I think it's actually just events, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I think it's just events. So in the majors, plus Cato, plus Cologne, he was fifth in rating, and at majors, he was 7th. And then, yeah, there's like another category of like big events, which somebody listed them. It's like quite a few of the blast events and like Chengdu. Anyway, dude, 67 clutches won. When you consider that he's 7th with 67, and then you realize that Zywoo and Rops are in a lot of clutches, what? Insane. He's gonna lose to, oh god damn it. No, dude, god, chat, no, not 6'7". Shut the fuck up. You guys are 90 years old, man. Stop typing your age. Okay, so yeah, I still thought he'd be 10th. Let's get it. Let's see what they say. Let's get to the bottom. Why was Mezzi the 12th best player of 2025? He takes 12th in the top 20 after peaks at both majors, where he posted a 1.33 in grand finals. To push Vitality forward into history books as one of only 4 teams to win majors, 2 majors in the same year. Budapest in particular represent exceptional peak with a 1.23 rating overall and 1.3 in playoffs. Those major finals were the cherry on top of an already decent case with Mezzi on 1.18. At the 2 Valve-sponsored events, overall 7th and a 1.17 rating over 4 super elite events. The Brit also made great contributions to three more Vitality's grand finals with good showings on Sundays at both Pro Leagues. Dallas Rivals, taking him to a decent 1.08 grand final rating, 15th over a whopping 42 maps. Damn, this is actually quite the explanation. I feel like they knew that they'd piss people off. No? Am I misremembering? I feel like this was like the entire explanation for some of the other players. And then I scrolled down and we got this. Am I misremembering? I feel like this is like they knew they were like, yep, we're gonna piss people off with this one, so we better get down and into it a little bit. The second Pro League season 22 saw Mezzi earn a third EVP of the year, which took him to 3 EVPs, 12 VPs in 16 events. But while Mezzi's depth of awards won him many head-to-head, he had to stop at 12 as players around him matched that volume or vastly superior individual statistics. Well, at least I kind of had an idea. The anchor life, chat. One singular F to pay respects. Yep, that's how that one goes, man. I mean, they don't... everybody's gonna start mentioning like Rops or something, but still, like Mezzi's like the hard fucking anchor. Like Mezzi averaged a 0.99 versus top 5 teams and 1.05 versus top 10, creating a big gap with the players above. While he did have great peaks in playoffs, like major finals, his aggregated figures also leave a lot to be desired. 1.07 elim rating, 1.06 big matches, 1.04 arena. He also had a lack of peaks, 14% of maps above a 1.45. Wow, my anchor player not getting above 1.45. I know HLTV can't consider that kind of stuff, but also this is like, I just did, and just a 0.83 kills per round. He only averaged 69.8 per round overall. So like Zipnix in 2018, his contributions to his team's dominance and strong words see him take a spot in the top 15, but his stats prevented him from going any higher. And then he talks about it's a nice feeling to earn a spot, getting recognition, hard work throughout the years, and of course, cherry on top after such a successful year as a team, which is always the main goal. Always looking to build and improve on what I have. The main goal for me going 2026 to have consistency throughout the whole year. Don't want to have a dip like I did in the second half. I just want to have those better performances more consistently to help the team win. Yeah, he's kind of that dude. Honestly, man, I knew Mezzi was super talented, but when he came into Vitality and then he was picking up the anchor roles, I definitely was like, what in the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I wasn't sure how this one would go. Like, him evolving into the player that he is on Vitality is such a key part of Vitality's success as much as his own. It's cool, man. Good for him. I personally would have him higher just like on eye test, but as I kind of suspected, this is the double-edged sword with individual accolades in team sports, which is, it's just hard to, like, you would probably put Mezzi higher than he is, but in something that's individually driven, and we know why he doesn't have the strongest stats, right? Like, opportunity that he has is going to be a little bit harder than others, and his kills and positions are just going to be a bit harder to perform in. Not that he can't do it. He's obviously proven it, but versus some of the other players that he's going to be competing against in like the top 10, it's tough. It's tough. Anyway, his bold prediction is it's Poi, right? Is how you say it. And this is who is rumored to be going to 100 Thieves. Yeah. This is who's rumored to be going to 100 Thieves. So Poi, 19-year-old Swedish rifler who has averaged a stellar 1.15 in 6 months on the team. Netting him number 40 on the HLTV prospect report. Those keeping tabs on roster rumors during this offseason may have already been familiar, as he's linked to 100 Thieves, captained by Rain. I don't know much about him as a person, but I've watched a lot of his games with Alliance, and he has some really strong mechanics, very promising talent, so I look forward to seeing how he develops. There you go. Let me know in the comments of the YouTube video of this after where you had Mezzi. And then chat, let me know. What do you guys think?